What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 7 of the Custom Cleat Chronicles. For those of you joining us for the first time, Custom Cleat Chronicles is a segment where we walk you through a little bit of the design process that goes into creating some of the custom cleats that we do. Sometimes we go into a really in-depth tutorial for how we did some of the cleats, or we just talk about a little bit of the design inspiration on how they came about. Other times we'll just give you a really cool cinematic look at how we made some of them. There's a lot of different things that we do here, and we try to cover a lot of different bases throughout this segment. So for today's episode, we're going to be doing 2 pairs of Adidas cleats with a BAPE shark theme. We're also going to be mixing in some of that BAPE camo, and these are going to be for an unnamed player on the Patriots. We can't say just yet, so make sure you guys stay tuned. So without further ado, let's go ahead and walk you guys through the process of how we made these today. So the first thing that we did was just lay down some simple base coats on these, starting one pair with an all navy blue base and the other pair with an all red base. From there, it was time to move into our BAPE camo. So the way that I go about doing this is by using 3 different colors to create a lot of that variation within the camo. So first things first, I did an all white mixture to create some of the camo pattern, and then I'll move into 2 different shades of blue. So I'll mix a little bit of white into my navy blue to create a nice lighter blue variation of the camo, and then I'll mix a little bit of black or even a darker navy into my navy blue mixture to create some darker variation of the camo. Next, it was time to lay down our teeth stencil near the toe box of both of these. So this can be a little tricky because you're working on a very curved surface. It's curved towards the front, it's curved towards the inside, so it could be a little tricky. So you just really need to take your time, make sure that you're laying it evenly. And so what I like to do is lay down the positive portion of the stencil first, just so I can see that it's lined up exactly how I like it. I can see it a little bit better through the transfer paper, and then I'll cover it up with the negative portion of the stencil around it, and then just peel back my positive portion. After we have the first one done, you want to scoot both shoes up against each other just so you can see that your mouth is going to line up when looking at them from up above, just so that it has a nice crossover between the 2 shoes. And then you can see we have it laid out on both of these, and it's looking awesome. Now it's time to cover this up with some color. So since this stencil area is currently covered up in navy blue and red, and we need to turn it into white for the eyeballs and the teeth, what I'm going to do is lay down some coats of light gray, move into a light gray and white mixture, something like a mist, and then move into my white. Now this is probably going to take me about 4 coats total, whereas if you were to try to just go right into your white, you're going to be looking at something like 8 to 10 coats total. And you want to make sure that these are super light coats, but doing this light gray step is going to save you a lot of time in the long run. Now it's time to peel back our stencil, and you can see that this thing is starting to look super crispy. And from here on out, now that we have our stencil laid down, we have our map in front of us. Now it's time to get into the artwork. Now it's time to bring out your steady hand to practice that breathing, make sure that you can pull some really straight lines, and really let's bring this whole piece together by doing some nice outlining around here. I'm going to add a black outline first, and then I'm going to do a light gray outline around that also, just to really make it pop up against the background. Alright, so that was 2 really fun pairs to make, and I know that these are going to look absolutely sick with those Patriot uniforms. If you guys haven't already, go head over to DeJesusinc.com. That is our website. We have an entire clientele tab where you guys can check out all the celebrities and different athletes that we've worked with over the years. We haven't updated it in at least a year, to be honest with you guys, so we have a ton of people to add. But if there's anybody specifically who you guys would like to see us make a custom Cleat Chronicles episode with, we would love to hear that from you guys. If there's any other topics that you guys would like to hear featured in this episode or throughout this series, go ahead and let us know in the comments below. If you guys haven't already, make sure you give this video a like, make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you guys in that next video.